Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. Your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see on any Watchbox platform. Reach out to me directly. Email tmosso@thewatchbox.com for pricing. Today, we're discussing the Panerai Luminor Power Reserve. This is the PAM00423, 47 millimeters in stainless steel. This watch measures 17.5 millimeters thick, 57.1 millimeters lug-to-lug, 21 millimeters between the lugs, and the timepiece you can see here features a Q code, so 2014. Now, the watch is substantial. An upscale Luminor featuring a Power Reserve on the dial side. The 422 featured the Power Reserve on the reverse side of the watch. Now, you can see it is a wonderfully wearable 47. Although a huge watch by dimension, Panerai has realized you can make a bigger watch but not a bigger customer, and although the size is oversized, I could absolutely wear this watch on a 16 centimeter circumference wrist. I don't necessarily think I would wear it on a wrist smaller than this, but you can see the lugs are so spare and minimal that the watch really wears like a 47 by 47 millimeters square, so you can wear it on a smaller wrist like mine. Now, taking a look at the hardware and the software, we have a nice modern rubber strap, thick, some striations and definition and branding on the top, some hollows on the bottom to create a little bit of ventilation and also remove material to make it more pliant. And then we have a large, polished, oversized trapezoidal Panerai steel pin buckle. The case is definitely the Luminor 1950 case introduced in 2002. It's more true to history than the Betterini case of the 90s. This is the case that would be identified with the historic 6152 combat watches. And you can see it's a little bit more curvaceous and complex than the tuna can case. We have the device protecting the crown, which was created by Panerai in the late 40s and fitted to their watches in the 50s to help reduce the problem of constantly threading in and out the stem on manual wind watches. And that was a problem on the Rolex manufactured watches because they used the Rolex Oyster case system. So threading the crown in and out constantly to wind a manual wind watch was difficult to do while retaining actual water resistance. Also, you didn't get much protection for the crown. This gives you all aspect protection that's more than a shouldered crown guard. And because of the cam system, you can see there's a little runner bearing in the cam lobe to make it smoother. Now it's unlocked. Now it's locked and you have 100-meter water resistance. It's also a system that makes it easier to manipulate, to set the watch or wind the watch when your hands might be wet, sweaty, or gloved. And it's tough to drown your watch inadvertently, as it's easy to see when the case is unlocked. Now, taking a quick look at the dial, you can see the sapphire is designed to read like a plexiglass because it's domed, but it is a plexi style sapphire. Make no mistake, sapphire crystal and very scratch resistant. The dial is matte black and it is a sandwich style, so there's a luminescent disc underneath the stencil. And you can see it's got plenty of luminescence as the sub-registers, including the Power Reserve, are illumined. Now, the watch includes two refinements that make it easy to set precisely. You can see it has a 72-hour Power Reserve. You have a time zone function. So the watch is still ticking. Now, this gives me the ability to step the hour hand in 1 hour increments. But if I decide that I want to hack the seconds and stop the watch and set it to a reference time, watch the seconds hand here. There is a zero reset system, so it zero resets and makes it easier to set the watch precisely against a reference time. Rolling over to the case back, we have a variation on the caliber 3000. This is the 3002. It has the Power Reserve indicator. We have 21 joules, manual winding, a beat rate of 21,600 vibrations per hour. It is a robust balance architecture with a full bridge and a free sprung index, so very shock tolerant. You can see that this 72-hour Power Reserve movement has a 3/4 style bridge. It's split for easier service, but it's designed to read as one big 3/4 bridge. The satin finish also designed to echo the old pocket watch movements from Rolex, the Côte de Bear style Rolex modified movements, and then, of course, the later Angelus SF240 movements that would have been used in the 50s. So this watch is designed to read as a pocket watch caliber. It is very much a modern wristwatch movement, however, created in-house by Panerai and made at their factory in Neuchâtel. Lots to love. Reach out to Team Mosso at thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details.